Hey everyone, so today's video is something slightly different for my channel. I feel like I've done a few kind of get ready with me videos on here before, but that's sort of been the extent of makeup on my channel, at least in the past couple of years. I mean, originally 7 years ago all I talked about was makeup, but for the past few years, and the videos that are up on my channel currently are not really makeup related. But I recently placed an order and I got a whole bunch of new makeup, and I thought it'd be really fun to kind of try them out for the first time on video. One, because I'm super excited to try them out. I happen to like run out of all of my main makeup bits at the same time. Like my foundation is about to run out, my concealer is so grim. I've been using that for far too long, and I use the collection concealer normally. And if any of you guys use it, you'll probably know of the trick where you have to pull out the little like stopper that's in it that like collects all the product. So I literally bit that out and then have been using that concealer for the past couple of weeks, and it is really grim now. So I needed a new concealer, I needed a new powder. What else did I need? I needed a new mascara. Literally everything just ran out at once, and because I'm going traveling in a few weeks, I thought I would just order it all at once. And luckily this coincided with BeautyBay doing their big discount thing that's going on at the moment. I know that like every YouTuber and their mum is talking about it, and they've been sponsored. This video is sadly not sponsored, and I literally just placed the order myself because I needed all these products and I thought I might as well get them at like 30% discount. So I've got a few different new products to try out, and I thought I would just do like basically a get ready with me, but with a full face of like first impressions, and also share with you guys the things I picked up on BeautyBay and basically just chat. So that is what today's video is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to start with my foundation, and I picked up this one from The Ordinary. This was only £4.60 and it's their serum foundation. I think they have another one that's called maybe their coverage foundation or something like that. It's essentially one that's meant to be a higher coverage, but I thought I would pick up this one because it's got SPF 15, and I thought I'm not going to really want a super thick coverage while I'm traveling. And also I figured that the thicker one probably wasn't going to be good for like drier skin, and my skin can get quite dry when it's cold. So I thought that getting a serum one was probably better for when I'm here in England and for when I'm in New Zealand. Okay, so I just struggled for a good few minutes trying to get anything out of this bottle. Turns out you have to twist the top for it to open, which is actually really good because it means it's not going to leak out in my bag because it doesn't have like a cap or anything on it. But this is what the foundation looks like. It is very, very liquid. It is like running off my hands. I think the colour seems okay, so fingers crossed that this matches me to some extent. I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend it in. Okay, so I feel like I actually did a pretty good job on the colour, so I'm quite proud of myself if I'm honest. Okay, so I think that is all of the foundation blended in. It is super natural looking, like actually on my skin it doesn't look like there's a whole load of foundation on there. It just looks like skin, which is a bit odd. I think if I was going to wear this in an evening, or if I was going out somewhere fancy, I would probably build it up a little bit more and have a bit more of a full coverage. But for every day I feel like this is perfect. The only issue I've had with it so far is under my chin, which seems really weird. Like I feel like under my chin is a weird place to have as like a problem area. But I've got dry skin just here and it's kind of clung to it a little bit, which I feel like doesn't make much sense because I think this foundation is more geared towards people with dry skin, so you wouldn't think it would highlight dry skin areas, but it has done under my chin. But I mean, I don't really care that much because you can't really see underneath my chin. So I think I'm pretty happy with this foundation. So moving on to concealer, I picked up this Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I have heard so many things about this concealer. I feel like there was a whole wave of videos at one point on YouTube just like raving about it and comparing it to like the Tarte Shape Tape, which I haven't tried, and basically a whole bunch of positive things were said about it. So I figured I would pick one up from BeautyBay. This was only £2.79, which is so cheap. £2.79 is barely a coffee from Starbucks. So I am so excited to try this. I'm going to take off. Does anyone else find this so satisfying when you get to take off the little plastic thing from outside packaging? So this is what the concealer looks like. This is a big old brush. I don't think I've ever had a concealer with a brush this big. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but this is a fat concealer brush. But I'm just going to put this under my eyes for the time being and then on my blemishes after. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend that in. Okay, so my first thoughts on this concealer is that a little definitely goes a long way. I wiped off the brush on the bottle before I put it on my skin, so there was barely any product on it, and it was still more than enough to do my under eye. It's quite a thick concealer, but I feel like it has done a decent job at covering my under eyes. I mean, I've got pretty gnarly dark circles at the moment, and this side is definitely significantly brighter, so I'm very happy with that. Obviously, it's hard to judge because I feel like I need to know like the staying power and things of these products. So maybe in a vlog or something, I'll update you guys if you're interested on how I got on with them like long term. But at the moment, I really like the look of this, and I think I like the look of this better than my collection concealer. So that is saying something because I've used that concealer for probably like 6 years. So if I am now a new converted Revolution concealer user, that is a big deal. So I'm just going to do my other eye as well. I am going to put this on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, and also around my nose as well where I've got some blemishes. Okay, so I think I'm actually fairly happy with that concealer. I feel like it has matched my skin fine, it's blended out well, it's covered the bits that I wanted to cover with it. The one thing I will say is it's not quite as natural looking as the foundation, and like I don't mean that in a sense that someone would look at you and they'd be like, oh, you've got concealer here, like you've got concealer here, but like, you know, in the way that when you're wearing makeup, most people can see that you're wearing makeup, like not in a negative way, but it's just not the same as your skin. I don't know, I probably sound like I'm chatting absolute rubbish, and this is why I don't make very many makeup videos, but yeah, like I can definitely see it on my forehead a little bit more than I could see the foundation, but that's probably mostly due to the fact that my forehead isn't like completely smooth. It's definitely got like some lumps and bumps that the concealer is clinging onto a little bit more, but I'm very happy with it. Okay, so the next thing I picked up is actually the item that I'm most excited to try, and that is this Jordana contour stick in the shade Light, because I am very pale and I'm hoping it won't make me look orange. This was only like £4.20-ish, I think, in the sale, which again is an absolute bargain, like everything I picked up. So cheap, and I'm so excited to try it because at the moment the extent of like my contouring is I put a little bit of Hoola bronzer on my face and that is it. That is all I've ever done contour wise. I've never owned a contour stick. And basically I knew I was going to have to replace my Hoola bronzer at some point because it's not cruelty free, and also the one that I've got is like in a big box. I don't know if they still do those kind of makeup sets that come in like those cardboard boxes which are like this big, and you get like a little bronzer and you get like a lip gloss and eyeshadows and things. So it wouldn't be practical to take travelling with me because it is literally a big box and the only thing I use in it is the little bronzer. So I wanted to pick something up that I could take travelling with me instead. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna put it on my face and I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. And let's all just take a second to hope for the best. Let's pray for me. Let's hope that I don't look like an orange clown by the end of this and that this contouring goes semi-okay. I'm gonna apply it with a really light hand because I don't really know. I don't know, I'm stressing and I've just drawn a line and I feel stressed. Okay, so I've only put that much on because, like I mentioned, I don't know what the situation's gonna be. What if it just doesn't blend out? What if I'm left with lines? Okay, that's okay. I feel like that bit's fine. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Okay, I think I'm happy with that, and now I just have to recreate it on the other side. This contour stick is super easy to blend, so if you are trying it for the first time, I wouldn't stress too much like I am about whether or not like it's just gonna stick as like a line, because it has blended out really nicely. It looks really natural on my skin. Like I can't actually see on my skin the product, I can just see the effect it's had, if that makes any sense. So I am very happy with this. I think the light one was a good shout, but if you're any darker than I am, I would just go for the next shade up because it is very light. So I think I'm happy with how both sides look. I'm also going to contour my nose slightly just to see how that turns out. Again, could go horribly wrong. Haven't contoured my nose before, but first time for everything. I'm just going to give it a shot and try my best. Okay, that's literally all I'm going to put on because I'm too stressed to deal with any more than that. And I'm going to blend this in with my finger. I don't know if that's the done thing, but I feel like a beauty blender would just smudge it all over my nose. So just going to do it with my finger. In general, I really like that contour stick, and I think it's actually a lot easier than using a powder product. Don't know if that's just me, but I'm gonna go fix the blinds because this is really bothering me. Apologies if the light is now a bit darker. I've had to pretty much fully close my blinds in order for that annoying thing to go from my face. But I'm now just gonna powder. So I picked up this NYX HD finishing powder. I actually didn't get this on BeautyBay. I got this in Boots the other day because I forgot to order it, which is annoying because I would have probably got discount if they have this product on BeautyBay. But I need a new powder. The one I currently use is an e.l.f. loose powder, and it is really bulky and it's about to run out, so it wouldn't be ideal for traveling. So I figured this one was a lot more compact, and I'm assuming it's the same sort of thing. They're both translucent. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush and put this all over my face. I don't really feel like I've got many thoughts on this powder yet. I mean, it's gone on fine. It doesn't look cakey, but I would expect it to not look cakey because it's a translucent powder. Done the job, I think. It's mattified my face, so I'm happy with that. Obviously, again, I feel like powder's one of those things that you have to judge at the end of the day whether it's done a good job, but at the moment I think it seems alright. I'm happy with this. So another purchase that I'm pleased with. I feel like I'm on a roll. I've not found anything yet that I don't like, so fingers crossed the rest of the products will be like that too. To highlight my skin, I'm going to use a product that I've had for a very long time, a time too long that I would want to admit, because I know you're meant to throw out makeup products and I've had this for a disgusting amount of time. But I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Soft and Gentle. I mean, I've barely made a dent in this and I use this pretty much every day, and I've had this for multiple years, so I feel like this is going to be one of those products that I just have forever, or until I become too embarrassed that it's so old it's probably damaging my face. So I'm just going to use a Real Techniques brush to put that on my cheeks and probably on the tip of my nose a little bit as well. So that is all of my skin makeup finished. I think I'm happy. I mean, on camera this doesn't look very blended, I've just noticed, but in real life I can't actually see it on my face, so not quite sure why that is. But yeah, I think I'm very happy with how my face looks. I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera because they just take me too long to bother filming them. I am going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I've had that again for years. They do sell that on BeautyBay, but I didn't pick up a new one because I've still got so much of my old one left. And my eyebrows are just too much of a state right now to even attempt to do them on camera. They're in desperate need of a pluck and a dye, and when they're not dyed they are so much harder to fill in. So I'm going to quickly do them and then I'll be back to carry on with my eye makeup. So the product I picked up to do my eyes is this eyeshadow palette from Revolution. Again, I didn't actually buy this on BeautyBay. I picked this up in Superdrug probably a week or so ago now. Mainly because, well, I mean, the only reason that I picked this up was because I needed an orange eyeshadow for my Halloween makeup look that I was doing. I'll put a picture on the screen, but I was like a pumpkin type thing for Halloween, and I needed an orange eyeshadow that was really cheap that I could just put all over my face and that I didn't care about ruining. And I eventually found this palette from Revolution and I used this shadow here that actually looks kind of reddish on camera but was very orange, and it was ideal for my Halloween makeup look. So that was pretty much the only reason I picked this up. It was only £4. I've actually not used it on my eyes yet, so it might be, well, other than on Halloween, so it might be rubbish, but we will see. I'm not really sure what colours to put on my eyes. I might just mess around for a little bit and then see what I turn up with, and then I'll let you guys know what shadows I used and if I like them or not. I am so impressed with these eyeshadows. This is the look that I've ended up with. Please don't judge me. I know it's not very good. I am not a makeup artist And as much as I loved makeup a few years ago, any sort of skill that I picked up then I have definitely lost now. So I was essentially just putting eyeshadows on to see what they look like. I've ended up with like more of like a pink look than I was anticipating. I wanted to go more orangey, but then I really liked the look of this pink colour here, so I just shoved it on my eyelid and now I've got a pink eye look. So I don't mind, I'm not complaining. For me, this is okay. I'm happy with this. I think it will look better once I've put like mascara and things on as well. But the shadows, in case you're interested, that I used this one first as like a transition shade. I then put this in the corner to darken it up a little bit. I've then put this on my lid, and I put this like on the inner part of my lid. And I think once I put mascara on, I'm going to put some of this same colour in my inner corner as well. So yeah, my impressions of this palette is that I am very impressed with it. For £4 you get 15 eyeshadows. Wow, that was embarrassing how long that took me. And from what I can tell, they're really good quality, so that's mad. £4. And I don't know if they have this on BeautyBay, but if they do, it's probably like £2.80 or something, which is actually ridiculous. So I would really recommend them, especially if you're looking for a palette with these sort of shades in. I'm going to quickly put on some black eyeshadow just on my upper lash line because I don't have the patience for eyeliner today, and then I will be back to show you the mascara that I picked up. Before I put my mascara on, I wanted to quickly spray my face with a setting spray. So I picked up this one from Revolution. It's their Sport Fix Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. This was only £3.50, and I thought because it's like a sport one, it would be good for when I'm super gross and hot and sweaty in like 35-degree heat when I'm abroad. So I'm going to give this a shot. Again, this is a product that I can't really test until I've worn makeup for the whole day. But again, if you guys are interested, I will vlog at some point and I'll let you know how I'm getting along with this. So I am just going to spray this all over my face. Okay, this one doesn't have the best smell. That's like my immediate impression of it. It kind of smells like hairspray or chemicals or something. It's not ideal, but if it does the job, then it will be worth it. But again, I'll just have to wait to see if it actually has any effect on making my makeup last all day. Okay, so finally for mascara, I feel like this video is already like 3 hours long. Apologies if it is. But I picked up this one from Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Protein Mascara. This was only £1.88, so incredibly cheap. I have a real issue with finding mascaras that I like, so I usually just buy the really cheap ones because I figured if I'm not going to like any mascara, I might as well not spend that much money on it, if that makes sense. My all-time favourite mascara is the They're Real by Benefit, but that's not cruelty-free. So if any of you guys know any dupes for cruelty-free mascaras that are similar to the They're Real, please let me know, because it's like an ongoing struggle. I just pick up any old mascara and hope for the best. So we will see if this one is any good. Okay, so if I'm completely honest with how I feel about this mascara at this moment in time, I don't really love it. I don't think it's really done anything for my eyelashes. I don't think they look any longer or anything really. So, I mean, it was £1.88. I'm not going to be sad about it. I'll still use it. But yeah, not a massive fan, but I'm going to go and finish this eye and I'll come back with my final thoughts. And I think that is my makeup complete. So this is what my face looks like. I haven't bothered to put anything on my lips because I rarely put anything other than lip balm on my lips, and I didn't order anything from BeautyBay for them, so I've just left them as they are. But I think overall I'm really happy with the majority of the products that I picked up. I'm always so nervous to try new things because I just dread that I'm going to hate them and I will have wasted my money. So I think I kind of used this haul as an excuse to try new things, and also because everything was so cheap, I was like, even if they're awful, I've not wasted too much money, it's all good. But I am so impressed with the quality of everything for the price that I paid for them. I would say the only product that I'm not very happy with is the mascara, but I kind of expected that, to be honest. and the setting spray I'm not sure about yet. Obviously if it works and it makes my makeup stay for a lot longer than it normally does, then I love it and it's a good product. But if it doesn't do that, then it's definitely not worth the money because it doesn't even smell nice. It's not even like a refreshing spray, you know? So if it works, then it's great. If it doesn't, then obviously it's not so great. But I will keep you guys updated with how I feel about it, the more I use it, and if I notice any differences. But that has been my kind of first impressions video slash BeautyBay haul. I hope you guys enjoyed because I know it's a little bit different for me, but I just wanted to try something new and I wanted an excuse to put makeup on today. So that has been my excuse. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any video requests you want to see from me, leave them in a comment down below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!